Hello, hello, and welcome to our fifth Game Toppers 4.0 live Q&A. It's just me here today, Josiah. Unfortunately, Berkey is a little under the weather, and so he's off resting and recovering at this moment. But today, will not be alone because I am joined by our special guest, BJ from Board Game Gumbo. How you doing, BJ?
I'm cold. It's like 68 degrees down here, Josiah. I'm freezing, man.
It's so terribly cold.
I'm doing fantastic, man. Thank you for the invite. I am happy to talk all things Game Toppers or just board gaming, whatever you want to talk about. Maybe even talk about your winning record against Berkey in Baseball Highlights 2045, maybe.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it beforehand. We'll just ignore the fact that is dated back to 2016.
2016. Yeah, Berkey's gotten better since then, I bet.
Yeah, he current world champion with his trophy here, keeping me company in spirit.
There it is, Ralphie. Game Toppers Kickstarter is live, Josiah.
It is. So I see we're having viewers starting to join us. Feel free to leave your questions or comments in the chat, and we will go over them as they come in. But BJ, let's just start talking with you a little bit here. How did you first meet my dad and get to know Game Toppers a little?
I got to thank, well, first of all, thanks for the invite. And I got to thank my friends at the Dukes of Dice, Alex and Sean. They started talking about Game Toppers years ago. And actually, I found them through Baseball Highlights 2045. I was looking for a baseball-style game. They had done a review on it. I listened to the podcast. I was like, wow, these guys are really funny. They've got a great camaraderie, good rapport. I went to Dice Tower 2017 and met up with them and got introduced to Berkey. Berkey's interviewed Berkey a couple of times on the show, and also with iHeart Board Games, my friends over in Baton Rouge, right down the road from us across the swamp. So we've had a great relationship with Berkey, and also from the start, he's been a fantastic supporter of our local convention, our festival. So, you know, anything Berkey needs, I'm happy to help him out with. But yeah, that's basically how I met him. I gotta thank my friends, the Dukes of Dice, because that's how they put me in touch with hearing about Berkey. So it was, and we've been friends ever since. So it's been great.
Awesome. Yeah. And so you kind of mentioned it there, but you run a convention called the Southern Board Game Fest. Is that correct?
That's right. We're in Louisiana. We don't do conventions. We do festivals.
Festivals. There you go.
You got to have music. You got to have food. It's all about festival. It's all about laissez le bon temps rouler down here in Louisiana. Got to have a good time. And so we started the Southern Board Game Festival. We call it affectionately SOBO, just as a little shortener to make it easy. And SOBO was started as a fundraiser for the New Hope Foundation. It's a mentoring service for under-resourced kids on the north side of town. These kids, they struggle with certain educational disadvantages, and New Hope Foundation tries to bring them up with some hope and some mentoring, and give them some advice. And it's been a very big success, but it takes money to do foundations like that. It takes money to do the tutoring and the mentoring skills. So luckily, some of the people involved in New Hope Foundation were board gamers, and they approached me they knew that I wanted to start a convention, and they approached me about getting involved. And so I've been helping them out ever since. It's going back since 2018, I think was 17 or 18 was our first one. And Berkey's been a big supporter ever since the very first one. So it's been fantastic. It's a great festival. We usually try to tie it with another festival that's going on. We've been lucky enough the last couple of years that it's been the same weekend as the Festival Acadien et Creole. That just means the Acadian and Creole Cajun Music Festival. And that festival has live bands all weekend. It's got food all weekend. And by the way, your dad tried almost every single thing they had. He is an adventurous eater, man. He's like, oh, I'll try that. And then we tie it kind of that same weekend. We've been lucky enough to do that, which means when most people go to a convention, they got to walk outside and maybe go to McDonald's or Taco Bell or something like that, right? Maybe a food truck if they're lucky. People walk out of our festival, they go 100 yards, and they're listening to Steve Riley and the Mamou Playboys play Cajun music, or they're listening to Corey Leday, or they've got some awesome boudin or I had some crawfish etouffee. So, there's just, it's a great way to take a break. We all love playing board games, right?
That sounds like a wonderful, wonderful time.
Sometimes you want a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You need some good food. That's the key thing. We love to cook. Our family's always loved trying new things and different flavors. And my dad even has his own special spice that he uses called Burke's Happy Mouth. Have you had a chance to try that?
I've had the jerky and the Happy Mouth. Fantastic stuff, man. By the way, you got a question from Dave Brownlee. He wants to know if he pledges $1, can he get everything for free? No, David, I'm sorry. You cannot do that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, I misread it. I'll let you take it.
David's question, I'm assuming, but I just want to confirm we will be able to add additional add-ons beyond our initial pledge once the pledge manager opens, right? And that is correct. So if you are backing any pledge level, you will be able to select from all of the items that we've unlocked during the campaign, and those will be available to select as add-ons. However, you can add to your current pledge value in the Kickstarter campaign if you'd like. And that way you can help us reach more of those stretch goals. We can unlock more of those offerings to people as well as new freebies. And in a bit, we're going to go through some of the stretch goals we've recently unlocked, as well as showing you some of the upcoming ones. There's some really, really cool offerings that we think at least we have gotten ready. We've kind of put some lump together some stretch goals as milestone stretch goals at the 150, which we're almost there. We're just like 3,000 away from the 150,000 milestone stretch goals, as well as then there's more milestones at 175 and beyond. So in addition, there's stretch goals in between them. But in these milestones, we put several items together, as well as some customer loyalty stretch goals. So we're really excited about those, and we'll talk about them in just a moment. But yes, to answer your question, David, you can add to your pledge now, but you can also select them in the pledge manager afterwards.
I actually did pledge for that reason, because I am super excited that Game Toppers LLC is partnering with Eagle Griffin to do this amazing Baseball Highlights 2045 map. So I'm not just some guy saying, back Game Toppers. I actually backed the Kickstarter myself because I want to get that. No, David, your Scotland Yard pledge is not $1. That was I was just doing a bit there. So no.
Yes.
No, hey, David, come take a look. There's a beautiful speaking of Baseball Highlights 2045, I can show off what the old mat used to look like if you want to throw that up there.
Yes, we'll pop this up.
And David, so this is my son Jack taking on Berkey in the Louisiana World Championship of Baseball Highlights 2045. Oh, Jack gave him a good run, but at the end of the day, Ralphie gets to stay with Berkey. He won 4-2. But look at that mat. We can get a better mat, David. We can get a 3mm stitched edge mat with all the luxurious stuff that you get with your normal Game Toppers mat. We're talking those thick mats that are great to play on, and that's what I want. So I backed this myself, so that way I can get that mat to play some more Baseball Highlights 2045.
Yes, and that was a stretch goal we just unlocked within the last week here. And in fact, I'll just put me on the screen to show what that looks like. We have our sample in.
Wow, look at that. That is fantastic. It's huge.
Yes, and it's got the stitched edge, 3mm thickness, very high quality premium mat. We're very, very blessed to be able to partner with Eagle Griffin to make that available, as you can't even get the 2-player mat, the old version really anymore. So this is something we're able to bring to those who love Baseball Highlights, which we do. It's a fantastic game. I mean, I feel like there are very few games out there that manage to capture like the essence of a sporting game. But Baseball Highlights is definitely one of them.
It really does. It's a fantastic game, and it was a joy watching Jack and Berkey take each other on. They had played each other back in 18 or 19 at the World Championships that the Dukes of Dice used to run at Dice Tower Con over there in the summer. The quick story is that I had been playing it for years, but Jack had never played. So we were at Disney the week before, a couple of days before, and every night when we got back from the parks, we played. So he was trying to get better and better. So the first night I destroyed him. Second night he beat me. Third night he destroyed me, and I was like, okay, you are ready for the convention. And he ended up winning the whole thing. So
There
It's
you go.
just 3 or 4 days of practice, but it just tells you that this is a game that rewards. We see the same winners a lot: Berkey, Philip Millman. We see a lot of those guys that know what they're doing. But at the same time, you can pick up this game, learn how to play it, and do very well. So it's a great game. Great deck management game. I love that game. And it looks look how good it looks on that Adler, man. It's just it's gorgeous. So
yes. Well, we'll wait for some more questions and comments to come in here, and I think we'll actually go through some of these stretch goals right now.
Fantastic.
I'll bring this up. So we just recently unlocked the $140,000 stretch goal for new styles in our XL playmats. Those are the Holmes XL 36 by 96, the Watson XL 38 by 84, and Mycroft XL 48 by 96. We have unlocked the Desert Dunes, Battleground, and Mars mat in those sizes.
Those are just gorgeous, man.
They are. I love these mats. They're great for, terraforming Mars. With all the expansions, terraforming Mars, it's a big game. You need lots of space to fit everything on the board.
I actually played the Desert Dunes mat and gave one away at Sobo at Southern Board Game Fest. I love that mat. It is fantastic. It's got a great kind of background look for any game you're playing. But if you play something like Kemet or you play Dune, it looks even better.
Yeah. So we're super excited to be able to offer these 3 mats in the XL sizes. And along with that, at the 145,000 stretch goal, just unlocked the double XL mat bundle. And now you can get those XL mat bundles above, plus our existing offerings for a great discount. So these XL double mat bundles are a fantastic deal. I think they're the best deal we've ever offered. You get the 2 to store the mats in for free, as well as reduced shipping and a great discount from buying what it would cost you to buy the 2 mats separately. So this is a fantastic deal. If you're looking to get XL mats, you'll want to take advantage of this for sure.
Now I wear an adult large, so I should probably not get the XL. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no. Oh boy.
If I need it, yeah, that's right. If the table supports it, we're going to get an XL. So make sure you get all the different colors you get.
Yes, there's so many styles to choose from. I think I did some rough calculations, and we are over 250 different SKUs of game mat at this point, as far as the different combinations of style and sizes that we offer.
Oh man, I'll need a bigger game room. I'll need a bigger boat.
Yes. We need a bigger warehouse.
A bigger warehouse, yeah. So many. But there's so many good designers too. Y'all are getting such great artists to do great work on these things.
Yes, we've loved the artists that we have partnered with to bring these mats. Of course, we've got Yaroslav, we've got Vincent Dutray, John McCambridge, Jay Shalansky doing a lot of our train mats this campaign. And I better stop mentioning names, otherwise I'm going to forget some and then feel bad.
That horror map is just, it's so good looking. And that's the Cambridge one, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
It is so spooky.
And Amber Sharf, our nature mat. Oh man, that mat is beautiful. We got our first sample. We rolled it out on the table, and I said, "This is now just what needs to be on the table when we're not playing any games."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, to me, that is going to be one of the most popular mats you guys have ever created. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it goes with so many games. Or, like you said, it just looks good as a backdrop on your table.
Yeah, totally does. So, looking at some upcoming stretch goals that we have here at the 150,000, we have several stretch goals because these are our milestone stretch goals. So we have a customer loyalty program here where with the Game Toppers Game Haul bag, which allows you to take your games to game night in a great padded carrying bag. I have one of these and I absolutely love it. We partnered with Game Haul to make this bag, and it has normally we sell them for $39 in the campaign. However, with this stretch goal, we are going to be offering them to our backers for only $29.95.
I got to see this bag myself. This is a fantastic bag. We gave one away at Southern Board Game Fest, and I stuffed the ballot box with like 500 names with BJ Rosa on it, and I still didn't win. Oh, I was not happy. You think cheating would get it there, but no. I mean, it's.
No.
I'm telling you, this is a quality bag. This is not your everyday game bag. This is a really quality bag. Fantastic.
The next stretch goal that we have is also at the 150 as part of our milestone here is our packages. So that would be our Young Sherlocks, both in the Lestrade or the Hudson, the Scotland Yard packages, the Baker Street packages, and the Reichenbach Falls packages. All of those will get one of our Game Topper game totes for free included with those packages.
And what can you do with these game totes?
So what I like to say about these game totes is you can keep your hot games hot and your cold games cold.
Exactly.
Because it's insulated. We actually use these bags as coolers sometimes when we're going camping or wherever we are. We've actually used them as coolers. So,
yep, they're lightweight. We gave one of those also, or a couple of them actually away at Sobo. They're super lightweight and easy to carry around. Yeah, yes. There it is. Nice.
Got a full flap, zippers closed, as a little plastic insert bottom so that it has a hard bottom, and just very easy to transport around, carry your games. Works very well. We've been very happy with these.
Nice. And y'all are just giving them away?
We're giving them away.
Don't you want the company to survive beyond this Kickstarter?
Yeah. Yes. We plan to be here for many years, but we want to make sure that we are giving something back to you, our backers, because without you, we wouldn't be able to be doing this. And so we want to make sure that our backers that are been with us and that we're good to our backers, and then trying to throw in whatever we can while still making it make sense for us. So
David's got an idea for Berkey here. Some kind of hanging where it'd have like a frame, and then you could hang your game mats on the wall. This beautiful art needs to be seen. Kickstarter 5.0 material.
I have joked about that for many times with some of our new mats. I'm like, man, I just want this on the wall at all times.
Yep.
So they are beautiful, beautiful mats.
That's gorgeous.
And don't rule it out. You never know what we might come up with in the future.
I like it.
Let me get back to my screen here. There we go. And another stretch goal. It's another stretch goal at 150,000. That's 3 stretch goals in this milestone.
We're so close.
We are unlocking. Yeah, we are so very close. Unlocking our JJ Burkton mat rack and storage bag bundle. So with this stretch goal, it unlocks the ability to purchase 4 mats and a mat rack.
Wow.
You get the bags with the mat. But wait, you also get a mat rack. And if you look at this, you're essentially getting that mat rack for free. That's how good a deal this is.
Yeah, so I've got a Holmes. I would get 4 mats, 4 storage bags, and the Burkton, the JJ Burkton.
Yes.
This is like a win-win-win, no-lose-win situation.
Exactly. If you thought the double mat bundle was a good deal, this is an even better deal.
Wow. And I like the way it is. I mean, it's gonna keep the mats right in your game room, kind of show off the artwork, and you can pick out which one it is. Or if you're traveling to a convention to a game night, or you're doing some kind of thing, you've got I don't know if people know, the storage bags now have these little clear windows, so you can actually see which mat is which inside the bag.
Yes. Yeah, which is very, very handy. It makes it easy at a glance to be able to tell what mats you want while still having them in the bags, because sometimes you want them in the bags while they're in your mat rack so that you don't have to worry about dust or whatever. So it can be very nice to be able to see what those bags are. So we are so close to this stretch goal at the moment. Maybe you guys can just get us there during this live stream. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh,
wouldn't that be cool if we unlock this live? I think it'd be
great.
Cool at least. Moving on to the next upcoming stretch goals. We won't take too long on this, but at 155, we have the dining cover storage bag. This will become free with any of the dining cover pledges. That's a $79 value just added into those add-ons for free.
And I know the dining cover is quality, but will it hold up a Berkey though?
It will. It will hold up a Berkey. There are images out there on the Kickstarter page showing Berkey on the new Mycroft dining cover. And I have to tell you that this was actually a big, almost like a stress test for us, because we had initially got a prototype of the dining cover, and it wasn't quite, the seams were kind of not quite lining up just right. We adjusted the design to be a more tongue and groove interlocking system so that the different sections wouldn't bow up from each other. And that was the first picture we took of that new prototype. And as you can tell, even with my dad laying on the dining cover, it is perfectly flat. It's not moving around at all. We were very happy. And that was when we were like, we're good. We're good to do this.
He's wearing a t-shirt, so it must be January. I'm guessing.
Yeah, sounds about right. So yes, the dining cover.
Those are dining cover storage bags. What they are?
Yes, this is a storage bag, and it has a padded divider in between each section of your dining cover. So this is a very premium, heavy-duty bag, heavy-duty carry straps, so you can carry these dining covers. Fantastic for if you want to take your dining cover off, store it in the bag, slide it underneath a bed or behind a couch in the closet, wherever. We'll keep it protected so it doesn't get damaged. Then the next stretch goals we have at the 160,000. The artworks are up here. So we have the Water Mat by Jay Shalansky unlocking at 160. And in addition, we decided to also unlock the Old West Train Mat by Xavier in Golem and the Horror Mat by John McCambridge at 160. All three unlocking and available for you guys.
I've got the Old West right now on my homes, and wow, we've been streaming a lot of games on it, and it absolutely just looks gorgeous. I mean, it is such
beautiful.
There's so much detail in it. Like every time we look at it, we see something that we hadn't seen before. People moving through the canyon or the smoke coming up off the engines. It's a really detailed, beautiful mat. But the funny thing is, the way y'all design the mats, that the middle inside is not busy at all. You can put your pieces in most of the, the game board and everything else like that. And it looks great. It's a great product. I love this Javier Ink Golem. I'm not sure who he is, but he does fantastic work. It's gorgeous.
Yes, it's fantastic. This is the first mat that we've worked with him on this, and we have been very pleased with it. And then the next stretch goal at 165, we are unlocking some small 24 by 14 inch play mats. So perfect for your card games, Magic the Gathering, whatever card games you play. If you're maybe going to be playing the new Star Wars Unlimited.
Oh, Lorcana?
I'm a Star Wars guy. So
I'm a Disney Lorcana guy. This would be perfect for that. This looks like the same size as your regular Magic mats. But with the double stitching and the 3 millimeter neoprene? Ooh.
That is correct. And this is going to be available in the black and crimson red. But, there's no sky's the limit when it comes to these mats. You could see all sorts of different designs in the future. So
I'm ready.
If you want to see certain designs, let us know.
Yeah, how hard can it be to get Disney's license, right? That should be easy. A little phone call.
Yeah. I mean, get enough people asking for it.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Oh, those are gorgeous. I like that. I hadn't noticed that before. I didn't realize y'all were doing those.
Yes. Yep. That's, I think we added it in here just announced it within the last week, I think. In addition, along the similar vein of some mats that aren't quite our normal size offerings, we have a 30 by 72 crimson red playmat at 170. So this is designed to fit, your plastic folding tables, lifetime tables. If you just want to have a mat that can go over that table, super easy to take with you wherever you're going, this is an offering for that.
Wow! So a lot of times your normal 6 foot, your church hall or your bingo place or your typical little type place that has the 6-foot tables. This is what would go right on top of it.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, interesting.
We've had a lot of requests for this, so we figured it would be something that we could offer for those who might want it.
Interesting.
And then we come to the next group of customer loyalty milestone stretch goals. So at 175, I think this is super cool. We partnered with Goliath Coins to make an awesome Game Toppers medallion metal coin. And this is going to be added for free to any order from previous customers of ours. So whether or not you've bought from our web store, whether or not you've backed from our previous campaigns, as long as you have an order and pledge for something in the 4.0 campaign, we are going to send you one of these coins absolutely free. And we're selling them for $22.95. So this is kind of a big deal in my mind.
Is this kind of like a challenge coin or a first player marker? So, what are you envisioning this?
Exactly. So I'll actually show you here. It's pretty big for a challenge coin. As you can see, it's almost the size of my palm. I can get the lighting right.
Wow, that is huge.
So yes, it's got a D20 on the back, our Game Toppers hat on the front with, you can't see it super well the way I'm showing it here. It's probably better on the graphic, but with a London skyline in the background.
Yep, sure.
So this is a chunky coin. It's got some heft to it. So it would make a wonderful first player marker. You could use it as a challenge coin if you wanted to.
It's huge. It's nice, really nice.
I love big metal coins, so this is super awesome, I think. And also at 175, we are going to be unlocking our snow mat, is what we're calling it. We used to call it our terrain white mat, but we have modified the graphic a bit to pull out a little more of those blue tones for the snow, the ice, and we've updated that. That's going to be available if we unlock it here in the Watson, Holmes, and Mycroft sizes. And you can actually see here the difference in that modified.
I like that
artwork.
Yeah, I like that look on the bottom. What we actually have one of those in the Gumbo. One of the guys has one, but I like this new version. That's nice.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people clamoring for it, so that's the way we try to do things in this campaign. We try to get feedback from our backers. You guys, we love you. You let us know what you guys want. You give us that feedback, and we try and do our very best to get you guys what you are wanting.
New slogan: Game Toppers. If you clamor, we comply. I like it.
We comply if we can.
If we can.
That's we got to make sure that we are being smart in what we're offering, but also at the same point, we want to make sure to get you guys what you want. So, we will.
Some amazing stretch goals here.
And then to finish off here on the 175,000 milestone stretch goal, we got some more free stuff. This is our Game Toppers accessory bank with a turntable is going to be included free in every package. So once again, that is the Young Sherlock package in Watson in the Lestrade or Hudson, the Baker Street packages, the Scotland Yard packages, and the Reichenbach Falls package included absolutely free for you guys.
And it's got the little Lazy Susan on the bottom, so you can just spin it around. Oh man, that's nice.
Yes. In fact, I can show you.
Oh yeah, I've got a sample. Oh, it's bigger than I thought.
Yes. So this is 14 inches across. I'm spilling stuff out trying to show it.
Like some side stuff there, some side stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of the Stegmaier resource tokens. So you got the turntable here.
Wow, that's quality stuff. Anybody can reach it and just grab onto those. Oh, that's nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing we noticed actually that with the turntable on the bottom, it's very easy to pass this around. It adds a little bit of extra stiffness.
Okay.
So it makes it easy. Even though this thing is full right now, you can just pass it around. Whoever needs it, set it on the side. You can set it on the corner. That's where it was and where it is now, on the corner of the topper. So those will be included free with every package.
That is nice. I can see that being a popular one. And it's $39. Wait, it's free if you hit that 175.
Yep, free. So we want to push, we want to unlock these stretch goals, a lot of cool stretch goals, and we do have more planned in the future as well. So if we keep hitting these milestones, there will be more milestones in the future.
Oh, we're so close. We're just so close.
Yes. Yeah, I should check back up at the top.
We're up to 147 now. We're getting closer.
We'll get there soon.
I've been checking it. So that's all the stretch goals that y'all are showing off then.
Yes, so that's the stretch goals for now. Let's not seeing many comments coming through here. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. We're more than happy to answer those for you. If you have any comments, let us know what the favorite thing that we're offering this campaign that you're most excited for. Like, let us know what those things are.
Do you have a favorite new mat out of the ones that we've seen?
I do. It's tough. I want several of them. It's hard to say. I'm a miniature gamer at heart, so I'm really excited for these terrain mats.
Okay.
Especially the battleground and the desert are two that I've really been looking forward to for myself to play on for miniature gaming. But as far as the artwork goes, on what I think is just the best mat out of these new ones, for me personally, is the nature. I think the nature is just utterly gorgeous. And like David was saying, I just want it on the wall.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, those terrain mats. The train one by far. I love that train one. Although, even though I'm not a Cthulhu or horror type person, I took a look at that mat online, and that Cambridge mat is just like you could really that would just be just gorgeous on the table. Oh, we got a couple of questions. Yeah.
Yes, Namron says, hello from the Philippines. Proud owner of the Watson and Premium Walnut. It's great.
Thank you for checking in, Namron.
Do love the walnut, and we have very few walnut toppers remaining. So if you are wanting one of our walnut toppers, I encourage you to pledge for those pledge levels right away. Get in while we still have them. Walnut prices have gone through the roof over the last couple of years. So we'd love to keep doing it, but we'll see if there might be a last chance here for at least a little bit.
Okay, so you got a few of them left. If Namron will buy one more Watson and a premium walnut, would you agree that the next time y'all meet up, you would lose to him in baseball highlights 2045? If he bought it right now.
Oh, you cut out there for a second. What was that?
I said if he would buy it right now, buy another one, or anybody would buy a Watson and premium walnut right now, would you agree that the next time you meet up with that person, you would lose to them in baseball highlights 2045 free of charge?
I mean, I would lose to them. I have absolutely no title on the line. So, I can't promise that Berkey would lose to them, but I wasn't
going to promise that. David, we got to do it. We got to get those stretch goals hit. You just got to take one for the team.
Says never throw the game.
I would agree to lose, but that would be pretty easy for me. So I don't win baseball highlights 24. But I've always made the playoffs. Every time the Dukes of Dice had their championships, I always made the playoff. I made it out of the bracket, out of the pool. I never did very well after that, but I was happy to at least make it out of the pool. So I see Kevin's got a question.
Yes. Kevin says, if you have an early backer number and plan on ordering a bunch of mats, is there any chance of fulfillment in December before Christmas?
You were saying in the green room that you were willing to hand deliver on Christmas Day, dressed up in a Santa suit to any backer today, right? But
and if you want that delivery option, send me an email, support@gametoppersllc.com, and make me an offer that I can't refuse.
Exactly. I'm sure for the right price, you'd be willing to hand deliver a game mat, in a Christmas costume. Although maybe we shouldn't promise anything because you guys might get snowed in at that airport. I remember Berkey worrying about that airport sometimes. So
yeah, that is possible. To answer your question, Kevin, I'm going to lean in, talk real softly. Yes. There is actually a chance that you might get some things before Christmas. We're not promising it, and we can't make any promises because, unfortunately, there's going to be so many backers. We don't know what's going to be going out when, but we want to start shipping things as early as possible. That might mean we start shipping stuff in December. We've talked about it internally. We're going to aim for that. We don't know exactly how much that's going to be. So the delivery date is still January. But there's a slight chance you could. And as you said, an early backer number is important because we will be shipping those in backer order. So the earlier you back the campaign, the more likely you would have. So,
oh, that would be sweet. Yeah, I do see some of these packages have January, some of them have April, right?
Yes. So the early bird fulfillments is what we offered in January. So those were some stretch goals we unlocked. There are the early bird pledges for the Baker Street and Scotland Yard standard packages, as well as, I believe we unlocked, I could be misspeaking here though, the early bird fulfillment for the walnut toppers as well. If we haven't unlocked it, it's coming very soon to unlock. Okay. Early bird fulfillment for walnut toppers. So we're getting all of those shipped out to the US and Canada in January. In addition, we unlocked a stretch goal for game mat pledges for those, I believe, double mat bundles, other game mats. We're going to be starting to ship those out in January as well. And when we're shipping out mats, we can ship out a ton of mats very quickly. So yes, that is the January option. And then other things will be continuing to ship out throughout the time until April. We put April because we want to be conservative. We want to make sure we have margin in case things get delayed. There's things we can't always handle, but we are hoping to exceed that delivery date in many cases. And then for our international backers who are ordering from the UK and from the EU, those are planned for delivery in May and June of 2024. So it takes a little longer because we have to ship everything together on a container to a warehouse. So that just takes a little longer, but that's the delivery date.
Kevin's so right. The Christmas break, the holiday break is an incredible opportunity to play games with our family. And I'm sure that you and Berkey have lots of spirited gaming that goes on during the holidays.
Yes, it is very nice to have some time to play games because sometimes it can be hard to fit in when you're busy running a Kickstarter campaign. So.
Oh, David Scarlett has a question for you.
Yeah, David says, if I add the cover for the topper, will that change the shipping cost to the Baker Street package? I will most likely add on an additional mat or two. Yes, it will. So the dining covers, being such a large package, have their own shipping costs associated with them. If you check out our shipping charts at the bottom of the Kickstarter page, you can actually see we have those listed out there for various regions. But as far as the Baker Street package goes, we are able to fit a lot of items into the topper package when we ship it. So everything that's included in that package ships for one price. So
and just remember, David Scarlett, when you come to the Game Toppers pub, there's never a cover charge. It's just for shipping all of these different things. So
yeah,
never a cover charge. So
and you said add on an additional mat or two. We have unlocked the stretch goal where you can get a second mat with your Baker Street package for only $50. So you get one included, but you can get a second for only $50. It's a fantastic deal. I highly recommend anyone who's looking at additional mats and is getting one of those packages, the Baker Street, Reichenbach Falls, Scotland Yard, Young Sherlocks, to take advantage of that, to get that second mat, because that second mat also fits in with the topper and has no additional shipping with it. So.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. When you've got one on the table you're playing on, and the other one, when you're in the shower and you're cleaning it, it needs to dry off, so you have one that you can still play, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Jamie Kagi from the Secret Cabal, he has taken his game mats into the shower with him.
But you need the extra one though, so it's dry and playable while the other one is still in your shower. So, David, jump on that. Get that Baker Street package. Get an additional mat. It's only $50. It's a no-brainer.
So I see there's another image you have here that we haven't shown yet. Let me throw this up, and you can probably give some some context.
Hey, I just want to tell everybody, Berkey, thank you, Berkey. He was our special guest this year at Southern Board Game Fest, what we like to call SOBO, and he came through. We were a little slow in our ticket sales at first with the holidays and everything else going on, and we started up this promotion where we gave out mats and we gave out the what do you call it, the insulated bags and a couple of things and some gift certificates. And thank you, David says he's on it. He's on it.
There you go.
So, yeah, and we were just so thankful for Berkey doing that. It picked up our sales. He doesn't know this yet, but we had a record this year. We sold more tickets than we've ever sold before, and not only that, we had more people actually use their tickets because it's a foundation. Some people will say, "Well, I'm going to buy a ticket. I'm not sure if I'm going to go, but I'm happy to support the foundation as a charity, right?" But and we love that. I mean, I'm always happy with that. But I would rather people come play board games. And this year we had the most amount of people that actually bought tickets and showed up at the festival. So that was exciting. And I do have to thank Berkey for that. And that's a picture of Berkey at our special guest table where we had the Adler set up. And Berkey, I don't know how many pins and stickers and little information sheets and cards that he had. I forgot what game that is, but he's got like a little card with his face on it. So I don't know how many he gave out.
Yeah, he has a Spoils of War promotional card for the Spoils of War game by Arcane Wonders, where he is actually a character. He's actually on the box itself.
Well, I bought a bag with 180 pieces of candy in it. If I remember right, it was 180. And we gave out all but about 20 pieces of candy during that little promotion where people would come, chuck some dice, and if you had a certain amount, you had a chance to win this cool package. And so he was the winner. And that what a fantastic time. We had such a good time with Berkey as our special guest. He was only supposed to be there Saturday. He and his buddies had such a good time. They came back the next day and played more games. So it was fun.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
That's awesome. Speaking of games, what would you say is your favorite game?
My favorite game of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty easy. It's been Concordia for a few years, but another game has been nipping on the heels, and it's called Beyond the Sun. I love Beyond the Sun. My son he's got stacks of these games, Twilight Imperium, Game of Thrones, anything with people on a map, taking control of each other's territory. He loves those games. Me, I like the European games. So Concordia and Beyond the Sun are my two favorite. I'd love to get that. I'm hoping to get that little Starflight map. I forgot what it's called that you guys have this year. The Starfield.
Oh yes, yeah, our Starfield map.
Because I'm thinking that playing games like Beyond the Sun or even Space Bees in Space, the new apiary game from Stonemaier Games, any of those games would just look Eclipse would look amazing on that map. But yeah, those are my two favorite games. I love Concordia, and I love and I'm thinking, man, Concordia is going to look good on that railroad map, because even though it is railroads, it still has kind of that old timey look. Like it's got the golds and they're almost like they're scrolls in Greek and Roman type, time.
So. Well, and we do have our Roman mat as well that works great with Concordia.
I know they're not watching, but shh, I have one on the way. I bought one. But one of them's going to a mat, and I forgot the other one, the battle mat, that kind of Lords of the Ring battle mat. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah, our fantasy mat.
Yeah, that one's going to Jack, and then I have a third one, the nature mat, the old nature mat, that's going to my daughter because she likes.
Yes, our Ryan Lockett.
That's it, Ryan Lockett. So I did purchase. I am not just a fan. I'm actually purchasing stuff. I bought those 3 mats myself. But you guys are, Yeah, I ordered them and I was like, man, I sure hope they're going to be in for Christmas. 3 days later, they were at my house. So that was pretty quick service. And I do appreciate that. Oh, wait, that means that I am eligible for that.
It is. Yes, you will be getting, as soon as we unlock the stretch goal, you will be getting one of the Game Toppers medallions.
Hey, if you keep an eye on twitch.com, twitch.tv/Board Game Gumbo, you just might see me open up that coin to show that off. So, that'll be fun. Yeah. That's a great one.
Concordia is a fantastic game. I've not played the Beyond the Sun that you mentioned, but Concordia, we've that's been one of our family favorite games for quite a while.
I figured you for a Warhammer guy. No,
I mean, I do. I actually just started playing Warhammer recently. I've done a lot of Star Wars Armada, Star Wars Legion. Those have kind of been my two biggest introduction into miniatures gaming. But I play all sorts, Flames of War, etc. So I do love miniature games. I tend to play more miniatures games than board games nowadays. But initially played board games before I ever played miniature games.
Oh, okay, good.
And our family as well all plays a lot of board games. So Concordia is, ever since we got that, we play that pretty regularly, family get-togethers. I really do enjoy those strategy type games, Twilight Imperium, etc. Those tend to rate quite highly on my lists. So
my favorite miniatures game, I don't know if people would really consider it a miniatures game because it's just a skirmish game, and it's the unmatched system with all the little, and my favorite, ironically, is one that Berkey, I'm assuming, would like. It's the one with Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson in it. It's the Cobble and Fog system. It's right behind here in that little area with all the different unmatched stuff. So, yeah, I love unmatched. I don't know if you've ever tried any of the unmatched games.
I have not, actually.
So they take the idea of a skirmish game like Warhammer Underworlds, where it's just 3 or 4 figures or 2 or 3 figures, smaller team-based type thing, but it puts a little deck aspect system where, so to control your figures, you have to play the right cards. And each of the figures have different special powers that can only be unlocked with those cards, but it's short. Unlike Warhammer, Shadespire and Underworld and all those games, which I love, those games take more than an hour and a half. The little unmatched games, you can knock them out in 20 or 30 minutes, and it feels like a big, giant skirmish. So I do like those games, yeah.
That's awesome. I might have to look into some of those.
And they have everything from old legendary heroes like Sinbad or Medusa to new things. Like they've got a whole series of Marvel games. So you've got Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and Ms. Marvel. You can play any of those characters that you want. So, and they're all different. I mean, they're not straight. They're not, in other words, they're not just every deck is the exact same. These are all unique type that are very thematic to the character. So the Invisible Man, as soon as you try to attack him, he's going to disappear off the board and then come back in another spot, So
yeah,
Robin Hood is really good as an archer. So you got to stay, you could try to stay far away from him and he's just going to ping you off from 5 or 6 spaces away.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. It's really nice to see that you can get some of these hybrid type games that are combining more, board game-ish elements with, miniatures. You have that a lot, of course, with a lot of board games that have miniatures, but really getting that fusion of a miniatures game with some of those board game elements that can, make it into that shorter, more compact format of a game, while still kind of keeping that feel of it being a miniatures game.
Sometimes you just have lunchtime to play games, right? Games like Shadespire or skirmish games like Unmatched, you can play during lunch and you're, just set it up, play in 20 or 30 minutes, and then back to work if you got to. So,
yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we're probably going to start wrapping this up fairly quickly here. If anyone has any last questions, get them in right away here. We'll just have a couple more minutes.
We got so close. We're at 147, just a few more. Man, if we could just get David to buy like 30 mats. 30 mats right here.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you, David and Kevin. And we had a bunch of other people with questions. David and Kevin and David Brownlee and Namron. Thank y'all for joining in. That was fun. I enjoyed visiting with you.
Yeah, this has been wonderful.
Are you coming down to BGG Con with Berkey, or is it just him?
I'm not. So I'm still going to be holding down the fort here, making sure that things are getting shipped out, and our warehouse is all good, and that we're getting back end stuff done, ready for the pledge manager. So that's all stuff that I handle and need to be getting that ready so we can get that launched as soon as the campaign ends. We want to be making sure we're getting the pledge manager out to you guys as quickly as possible so that you can get your surveys answered. And the sooner your surveys are answered, please, as soon as you get that email for your survey, go and fill that out as quickly as you can. It's going to help us with our fulfillment process, and it's going to allow us the more people that fill it out, the quicker, the more we're going to be able to ship out sooner. So we really want to get started with fulfillment as quickly as possible, and that I'm sure you guys want that too. So.
Well, I'll be at BGG Con. I'll see your dad, and maybe I'll try to bring him something. Bring him some more pecan praline. He seems to enjoy that. So
yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, I keep seeing your hat just saying gumbo, and I keep getting hungrier and hungrier.
I've got a little leftover bowl waiting for me in the kitchen, so it's good.
I don't know if I've ever actually, I don't know if I've ever had like an official gumbo before. Okay. We have a family recipe that my dad made that was. We called it gumbalaya.
Okay.
It's like a hybrid gumbo jambalaya thing going on. But we're up here from Minnesota, so
right.
I doubt it was quite the authentic.
Well, if you ever make it down to Southern Board Game Fest, we're gonna walk over to the food trucks and we'll get you some of that gumbo. So
there we go.
Compare it to it, but yeah, he enjoyed all the food that he tried. So, and he was an adventurous eater, that's for sure. He had no issues. So.
Oh yeah, we always love trying new flavors. So
yeah, I think
we come back and try and replicate them.
Yep, I think he got a po' boy too. We went down to Pop's Po' Boys, and he had I had the shrimp. Well, we both had shrimp po' boys. That's right. I remember now. So he was willing to try anything. So that was good. Well, all right.
Yes. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up here. So thank you once again, guys, in chat. Thank you, BJ, for joining me here, keeping me company. Keeping me from just talking to myself this entire time. We're going to be back on Thursday with our 6th Q&A, and I just lost it. And I realized I had it, and now I've lost it. Give me 1 second here. I will.
No problem, David Brownlee and David Scarlett. Thank you guys for joining in. That was fun. And if you guys are going to be at BGG Con, I will be there. So come by and say hi. I'll be there for the first half of the convention, and then I'm off to Arkansas. Got to get some mountain time in. So
yes. So Thursday is Grant Lyon. He's going to be joining us.
My buddy. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's
good. Special guest.
All you got to do is throw a couple of questions, and he will just clean up the show for you. That'll be great. That hour will go by super fast. I'm going to see Grant. Grant's going to be there next week. I'm going to see Grant at BGG Con, so hopefully I can get some games in. Yeah, Grant's awesome. Well, I don't know if he's going to talk to me now, because now he's a big winner. He won this big award in LA last week, so I don't know. Me and Berkey, we're like small time compared to Grant now. He's a big shot.
There you go.
He's a big Hollywood celebrity now. So
well, he is going to be on our show on Thursday this week at 2 p.m. Central Time. So. Perfect. Be sure to tune in then again for any questions you need answered, or to just come hang out, come chat, ask us questions. We love hearing from you guys, and we will see you again soon next time. Take care.
Laissez les bon temps rouler.